Hello divers, Dive Computers, fantastic bit of kit and has made diving a lot more fun and accessible for everyone. So I've decided to do a lot more reviews of dive computers now, covering a whole range of different types. There's a lot out there, so hopefully it will help you. There's a lot out there because everyone's different, doing different types of diving and also different types of tastes. So hopefully these reviews will help you kind of have a look at some things and help you make up your mind about which dive computer is best for you. I'll be doing not just new dive computers, but a lot of the old ones as well, because they're so reliable that you can purchase second-hand dive computers. You know, make sure they're all okay, get them serviced, etc. But it's well worth going over some of the old ones as well. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the Suunto Fantastic Vyper dive computer. Basically the first dive computer that I ever bought, which was about 8-9 years ago now, and I guess it's a bit of a classic now because it's still selling really well. I think basically because it's so simple to use, it's rugged, there's a nice big screen, nice big buttons, and certainly it's one of my favourite computers that I've ever used. It's got a screen protector on the front here, which is easy to get off. You can easily use strong nails or just flick it using one of these mini dive computers. Comes off really easily and goes on very easily. Just go into this corner and then that bit slides underneath. You just push that bit on and it clicks in. So the external features, it obviously is a wrist mounted dive computer, really long strap here, massive in fact, isn't it? That can easily fit over your dry suit or a 7mm wetsuit, no problems at all. You can obviously buy them separately as well in case one does break, but it's so rugged that you can actually feel how the good quality of the computer really. So what else? It's got screen lights obviously, buttons are really large as I mentioned before, so even if you've got gloves on, these are really easy to press and use. And yeah, good casing that's strong. You can even if you threw this around and played tennis with it or something, well, I don't know why you'd play tennis with it, but it's likely to just keep working even if you drop it basically. So on the back you've got your battery, so these are easy to replace. You don't need to send it to a dive centre, you can do it yourself. Online doesn't cost much, so you save a little bit of money there on some of the dive computers that require an actual manufactured battery change. So let's have a look at some of the internal features. Okay, so some of the main internal functions that you'd be interested in, I think. Obviously it does air, also has the nitrox function, so you can set that up on the boat or the beach beforehand for all you deeper divers and want to stay down a bit longer. It's got an altitude adjustment, which will be very handy if you're diving above sea level in some lakes somewhere. It's got audio and visual alarm, so it's going to keep talking to you even though you're not looking at it. If you exceed your max depth, it will buzz you or beep you. It won't buzz you, it will definitely beep you. And also you can set any parameters in the dive planning so that it will talk to you about what you're doing, and if you're doing something you don't want to do, it will tell you. Also has a PC interface for the computer. You just stick a lead in there, and for all you stat guys, that will come up with fantastic pie charts and graphs, etc., to keep yourself amused about and looking at presenting your dive logs in a nice visual way. And so those are the main features, internal features that you need to know. But let's have a look about the actual menu now, and I'll scroll through some of the main features of the menu for you. Okay, so let's get into the menu side of things here. So we're in the time mode. Obviously this dunked in the water will go straight into air mode, but as we don't have any water, we just press the mode button and hold, and that will take us into the air mode. Battery indicator is the first thing that comes up, and we've got the temperature, 23 degrees in this room. Your depth is at the top here, and dive time will be down here. You've got a plan button here, so this will enable you to put your depth in, whatever you're going to, and you can see at 12 meters you've got 124 minutes of no decompression time, 15 meters 72, and so on, so you can have a good look at that. Obviously this will take into consideration your potential nitrogen if you're doing repetitive dives as well. So if I've just done a dive an hour ago, obviously these readings will be slightly different. So we just come out of that there's a little arrow there. So you press the mode button to quit out of that. This side will just give you the time. It's obviously the dive time at the moment, but if you press that, it will give you the time, 20 to 7 here. Okay, so if we press the mode button again, we'll go into another mode options. Okay, so we've got memory, simulator option, and another set option. Let's go into the set option then, and this is really just more about fine-tuning your dives. You can set your time. Let's go into set time. You can adjust your time here, so let's go. Yep, so that's your timing that you can adjust there. That's quite basic, so let's come out of that. Just press and hold the mode button to go back into air mode. Press the mode button to go back into this mode, and let's go scroll down again. So we've got memory, simulator, and set. Let's go into memory. It comes up with 3 memory, which is your secondary memory menu. Easy for me to say. First one, we've got logbook. We've got history, which is basically your last dive that you can quickly go into, and the PC interface option as well. Let's go into logbook by pressing this button. So we've got here a dive 3. We've got the time there and the date. We could scroll down and get a little bit more information if we want about this dive. So 17 meters maximum depth on that dive. Dive time is 39 minutes, and it was 12 degrees. Hopefully you can see that okay. So let's come out of that again. We've got that little arrow there, so press the mode button to come out. Let's go back into logbook, and if we press the mode button again, we get that arrow come up. But now we can go into other dives that we've done. So this has gone into another dive, dive 2, dive 1, etc. Okay, let's come back out into the air mode, press and hold, and let's go back into well, we've done the simulator. So the simulator mode, basically, that is going to just enable you to fine-tune your dives, multi-level dives, a little bit more. So I guess it's more of an add-on to the planning mode, where you can actually go through all your decompression stops if you want to on here, and really lay it all out on your computer, so your computer tells you exactly what to do. So instead of following your dive computer in terms of the decompression stops that will automatically come up, this will enable you to do exactly what you want beforehand. So let's come out of there again. Let's go into, what else we've got? Set mode. So again, this mode is fine-tuning the actual computer more than anything. So you've got your time there that you can go into. You don't need to worry too much about that. That's quite basic. date. You can also put alarms in here, obviously. You can set the dive computer to put alarms at your maximum depth whenever you want, really. So let's come out, go back into mode again. So we've got memory, simulator, set. So as I said before, the memory mode has three options. We had a look at logbook. History will tell you the past dive, so you can just go into that. And if you like your graphs and charts, you can plug this into your laptop and get all the wonderful pie charts, etc. On there. So really, all in all, it's a great primary dive computer, a good backup as well, really robust, bomb-proof really, everything you really need in a dive computer. If you want to find out more, I'll put a link at the bottom of the description that give you a little bit more, probably also some reviews on there that you can have a look at. Yeah, I've really enjoyed using the Vyper, and I tend to use it as a backup now, but as I said, it's perfect as a primary as well. Okay.